So who here uses Home Assistant? Yeah, me too. So for the folks that don't know, Home Assistant is an open source home automation platform that lets you control everyday devices like lights, cameras, and thermostats, regardless of their platform or interoperability. I've been a huge fan of this project ever since Jesse Newlin, a former Hubber, showed it to me so many years ago. Now, I haven't quite outgrown it running on a Raspberry Pi 4, but it probably just means I need to automate some more things in my house. Hacking on my own version of Home Assistant is how I keep coding in my daily life. That's why when we launched GitHub Sponsors, Paulus, the founder, was the first maintainer I funded. That's how much I believed in their work. And I'm not alone in that. With over 83,000 GitHub stars across their top 5 repositories, and over 5,000 users having a PR merged, Home Assistant is a prime example of how a passionate community can turn their ideas into reality. Now, while I could talk about Home Assistant all day, I'd rather show you what it can do. And who better to do that than the folks behind the magic? So let me introduce Paulus, founder of Home Assistant, and Frank, engineering lead for Home Assistant. Good to see you both.
Hey, Kyle.
So, I'm so excited to have you here with us at Universe. Why don't you start by telling us a little bit about how Home Assistant got started?
Sure. Thanks, Kyle. So back in 2013, I got some smart lights, and they had a local API. So I did what developers do. I wrote a little bit of Python, and I was able to control them locally. And I felt like I had a superpower, but I wanted to use this. So I automated my lights to turn on automatically when the sun was setting. But next up, I realized they're turning on when I'm not at home. I have to add some presence detection. And that's how I iterated and iterated and iterated, and eventually, Home Assistant was born. Now, I initially put the code on GitHub, not because I wanted to create a smart home platform or any platform at all. It was because I would look good doing job interviews. I never expected it to grow the way it did.
And it turns out a lot of people wanted to control their homes. They were looking for ways to connect all their smart devices together and automate with them in clever ways. And soon, thousands of people were tinkering in their homes and bringing new user interfaces and new features to the masses. And this growth in users and contributions was truly unbelievable. It was actually quite overwhelming, to be honest. But it is a testament to the strength of our community. They are inspiration, our guidance, and they steer us in the right direction as we continue to grow and scale here on GitHub. But most importantly, they believe in our vision for an open home.
So, Frank, that's actually a perfect segue into this home setup that we have on stage. I'm a big fan of showing things off, and so I figured we could start by showing you a little bit about how Home Assistant works. Let's start with the hello world of Home Assistant by simply turning this light on and off.
Oh, wow.
Woo! You don't have to lie, it's not that interesting. Instead, though, I can actually control this through an API with Home Assistant. So Martin from our DevRel team soldered a Wi-Fi board onto one of our hackable badges here. So if this works, I can control it by clicking this button here on the badge.
Ah.
See? Yeah. A little cooler.
I love that. It's that kind of tinkering that is actually very natural to us. And Home Assistant empowers you to integrate all kinds of devices and services together across all kinds of ecosystems. And you can automate your home locally by installing the Home Assistant operating system on all sorts of low-powered hardware, like, for example, a Raspberry Pi. Or if you're more into a plug-and-play experience, you can get one of the hardwares we produce, like this one Kyle's holding up, the Home Assistant Green.
Yeah, I mean, these devices are beautiful, much nicer than my ragtag Raspberry Pi setup at home. But
really nice.
one of the things that I use Home Assistant as an avid user every year is to automate my decorations around my house. It's spooky season, so I hope you don't mind. I decided to bring a few of my decorations behind me. They are slowly making their way up, but I could show you while those heat up, or I could show you how I automate them at home. There we go, so it's looking great. If I click here on this graph, I can see when they've been on. So that way I've been at Universe now in California for 3 weeks. I live on the East Coast. I want to make sure that my decorations are not being left on every night and annoying my neighbors. And so I can see that here. And if I come back out, I can look at the triggers and actions. And if I click these 3 dots, I can go in and edit the YAML for my automation, and you can decide whether YAML is a trick or treat. You can decide. If I back all the way out here to the dashboard, you can also see that we've customized this dashboard to have the local temperature and weather. I'll turn the room up a little bit. It's cold today.
Right, for sure, right? It's so nice to have all your details personal to you when you're starting your day, even down to those easy access buttons to control those Halloween decorations.
And so up until this point, everything that we've shown has been pretty straightforward, but I want to click this Home Assistant Core tab. So as you can see here, we can look at the Home Assistant Core dashboard and see the latest stats from this repository. Now, this is a custom integration that Jessica from our team built. It uses a bit of JavaScript and CSS, and it pulls from GitHub's GraphQL API. The extensibility options here are awesome, so we're also going to be upstreaming this integration. So if you use Home Assistant, you can use this too.
Yes.
The cool thing about this, it is fully customizable, and we try not to lock away any functionality. So there are actually a lot of people, like Jessica, building things and then sharing them on GitHub for anyone really to use with a couple of clicks. Everyone, no matter their skill level, can make it their own. So whether that is changing an appearance or adding new devices not yet supported.
Right, and community contributions, they're actually central to how we work. It brings the power back to the developers so they can bring the things they want to see to the project and then share them with everybody else.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I mean, by the way, if you've been paying attention, you may have noticed that the Octa lamp over there has been turning yellow on and on behind us. That's actually been when folks have been starring the Home Assistant Core repository. So I'm nerd sniping all of you. You know what to do. Go star the repo until inevitably the LED bulb burns out. Now, showing all these features is awesome, but let's get back to the magic, the community. I mentioned earlier that building and maintaining a community like Home Assistant takes a village. Did you want to talk a little bit more about how you're thinking about it?
Yeah, so let me share something. 6 years ago, on Home Assistant's 5th anniversary, we announced Nabukasa. It's a company to help focus the development of the project. The community is still in the driving seat, but Nabukasa makes sure that it stays on track. And Nabukasa, it isn't funded by investors, but it's funded by the community through our Home Assistant cloud subscription and Home Assistant hardware. These optional extras, they make it easier to use while funding the development. It's a win-win. But we took this year another big step. We created the Open Home Foundation. It's a non-profit based in Switzerland to which I donated Home Assistant. The foundation, it cannot be bought, it cannot be sold, and this means Home Assistant will always be free and open source.
So as we think about the future and how developers ready to build their own communities, we have found that by designing something that gives people full control and empowers them to build, we have grown one of the biggest and most awesome open communities here on GitHub. And being intentional about your community's wants and needs and giving them the platform to build is key.
Yeah, and in this year's Octaverse report, we found that Home Assistant had over 20,000 contributors this year. That's huge, but I know there's always more work to be done.
Yeah.
Exactly. We would love for all of you to join our community of smart home builders, but maybe you have another passion. So I would like to leave with this question. What are you all going to build on GitHub? Thank you all, and have a great GitHub universe.
Thank you.